Hello, and welcome to another fun-filled Sunday.
Fuck off, asshole! Leave me alone! Don't you know it's fucking Sunday?
It's the 10th episode, boys and girls. We are out of Star Wars episodes. There's not a number 9 anyway yet, I guess, but we're out. We're on. We're into the double digits. So I thought for today's theme song, why not just muck around? Why not just literally invite ourselves to be creative, to not have much of a idea in mind other than to just go and to just do. And I think we just need a little vocal adjustment. Sounds alright. Just back it off just a tad. That's not too bad. Just back it off just a tad. Let's see what that sounds like. That's not bad. That's still getting some good level. I think so. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And we can come right up close to the mic too. So make mental note. That's better at about 40 for me. I like about that much peak reduction. But am I still getting good levels? I think so. I think it was a little too hot in the beginning. A little too hot. But this can never be too hot. Welcome again, boys and girls. So, I thought for today's episode, I think we're going to work on some drums. And the reason we're going to work on some drums is because I think, this thing's getting far enough along. This thing's getting for real. So I think it needs a theme song. That's what I think. And I have some ideas in mind, but we're not going to delve too much into those ideas because in a short series of episodes for the next few Sunday Fundays, we're going to be working on some different patterns and different sequences and different drum parts. And I'm going to take the combination of those things and make a theme song. And in one of these upcoming Sunday Fundays, I'll just debut what that theme song is. And you're going to be on this ride with me as I create it. I have no plans in mind other than right now I'm working on drums. So we're gonna do this thing, and what I'd like to do actually is add another drum line that's just a little bit noisier. This is pretty much something very close to what I came up with in one of the previous episodes, and it's got a little modulation going on here that's just feeding some modulation on our friend, the low pass gate. Buchla style. In the hole. So we get some B level modulation. Let's make that a little bit more wacky. That's pretty sweet. Cool. So let's get into adding some more drum sounds, and I would actually just like to add a second Bento Box 4 mod. Well, let me see. No, I think I'll be fine actually with the one that's here. So why don't I do us all a favor and just move this guy up here. Yeah, for now. That's cool. And until I come up, and unless it needs its own row, if I need to add another one of these guys. But for right now, I think I can run everything from this one. So let's just call this mod. Beautiful. Now I want to set up a second row of drums. I've already aptly named this row 1, and I want to go ahead and start up a row 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of move this. Here we go. That way it's a little bit out of the way. And I'm basically going to set up a very similar situation. Let's set up another curve. And you know what? What I think I can do, let me see here. Because I already know, I already kind of know, I want to use this, I want to use this, I want to use this, I want to set this second row to some different settings where it's a little noisier, and kind of fade it in and just like set up some wacky stuff and just kind of see what it does. But I think I can do all this very much easier, much more easily with a shortcut. And that is going to be, I'm going to hold down my Alt or Option key, and I'm just going to drag this down. And now, instead of this guy being patched into 1, I'm going to patch this into number 2. Now it has the same thing running, so I'm going to basically just turn it down so I can fade it in later. And let's go ahead and name this number 2. Easy enough. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And let's go ahead and hook up our modulation lanes. We're gonna go out 3, 4. And there we go. That way we are isolated. We are sending the modulation out to the right curve sequencers. What I also want to do, since I've got a clock division, I'm going to use a different gate signal. So I'm going to use a gate 2 signal for all my gate signals on the second path. But why on earth would you do that? Because I want it to run at a slightly different tempo. I mean, no, that's wrong. Not different tempo, a different division of the same tempo. So it's actually dividing it by 2, so it's running in 8ths. So it's going to be different. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be cool. And it's going to be interesting because this is actually going to be modulating at the same tempo of the first division. So it's going to be modulating everything twice as fast in the case of this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to drop all of this stuff down to its second row. And hopefully this makes it somewhat easy for me. I bet not, but it's okay. No, that's not bad. There we go. So this is still getting some input from something because I have nothing on 3 and 4 yet. For all intents and purposes, they're muted. They're not muted, but they don't have anything. So what is going on with this guy? Where is it receiving its pluck? Or shall I say its modulation signals? It's still receiving its modulation signals from the out 1 and out 2. That's what I suspected, the old stuff. Okay, so I hadn't validated that. So okay, so that's running here from 3-4, that's running here from 3-4, and that's running here from 3-4, and that's running... I didn't even hook this up. We'll see if we can do anything. That's interesting. I don't know what we can do, but we'll see. We have it hooked up nonetheless. And... yeah, we have out 1 and 2 to mod A, B, mod A, B, mod A, B. Cool. So, yeah, now that's not receiving sheet. Okay, so now let's start to plug in some random values. Cool. And I'm going to use everything on here. I'm going to do like kind of negative. I'm going to do opposite. I'm going to play opposites on this stuff. And I'm going to actually fade this a little closer to noisy stuff. And let's see about this delay and negatively modulate that too and make that weirder. Let's also make this a little bit noisier just in general from the waveform standpoint, and I'm going to detune slightly. This is interesting too now because we have a couple of oscillators, so let's see what we got. Out FM, out FM. Now I don't know if I want to do anything with the first lane, but I know on the second lane I just want to give it a touch. I haven't heard any of this yet. This could sound like dog shit, but let's just give it a shot. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Try it out. We got dick right now. It sounds bassy, so it doesn't need to. So, kind of like a snare sound. I'm trying to make it somewhat tight. Not sure how I feel about it yet. It's really... That sounds a lot cooler with the low pass turned on. And what are this? It's a 99 tempo. Wonder what else we got. Hi-hats. Sounds interesting. Snare. I mean, that's a fucking snare. Let's try the hi-hats first. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna opt to keep the original names of some of the community stuff so that, I don't know how well you can see it, but so that you can see what it is. So drum, hi-hats 2.0, and we're gonna go out mix, actually yeah, we're gonna go out into here, and yeah, that's sending the pluck there. I mean, I'm cool with that. And let's just drag this out a touch so that we kind of have... I'm hearing some stuff. We're getting something. I mean, it's copying the same thing that we got. You know, but let's see. It's pretty sweet. see. Do I want the faster one? What do we want here? Let's try. Nope. That's weirdness, right? Yeah. That's pretty sweet. It's probably a little too loud. Let's turn a little down. I love it. I dig it. Hasn't been too many words on this episode because, as I said, I wanted to try to keep this to basically encompass something that is a creative process. That's what this is. That's what we should be using Reaktor for creative process. And to walk you through some of the wonderful modules that I'm using, the drum module and the hi-hats module from the Euro-Reakt collection. From the user community. I highly encourage you to check it out if you have not already. Euro-Reakt, and I'll make sure to put information in the description. I think we have our drum part, boys and girls. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is pretty damn sweet. So we might take what would be interesting possibly to build on this for the next episode would be to go ahead and set the tempo of Pro Tools to 99 and to take some of the coolest parts of basically what's playing right now and go ahead and loop it over and just let it play in the background while we build upon this and go ahead and record some melody. So, in the meantime, till next time.